What's up, YouTubers? This is the Random Ramel coming to you with another commentary, another WWE commentary. The topic of today's commentary is going to be Seth Rollins' title run so far. Right now, Seth Rollins is the WWE and the United States champion, but I'm going to be mostly focusing on his WWE title run, obviously, because he just won the U.S. title not too long ago at SummerSlam. But my whole thing is, my question I have with Seth Rollins' title run, has it been good, bad, or indifferent? And basically my feelings on Seth Rollins' whole title run. Without further ado, let's just go straight into it. How I feel about Seth Rollins' title run so far, at first, before SummerSlam, I hated it. I didn't like it at all. Now, even after he beat John Cena, I'm still kind of indifferent about it. I expected more. I understand that he's a heel, that he's not going to be booked to beat every single person out there. He's not going to just beat everybody like a John Cena or Randy Orton or like Roman Reigns or Sheamus. He's not going to just keep on be a world beater and beat everybody clean because of what type of heel he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be that smart, sneaky heel that Seth Rollins is portraying. So he's not going to win all his matches by just, straight up. He's not going to win all his matches straight up. But I feel as though his title run, though, still, even though he's supposed to be the smart, sneaky heel, I just feel like his title run has been underwhelming. I don't know. I expected a little bit more. It just feels like he's just holding that. It just feels like he's holding that title just for somebody else bigger to finally beat him and finally hang up that title. It just feels like he's like a placeholder. That's what I see. And Seth Rollins, he's, as you can tell, probably by the intro for my first video, well, you probably couldn't actually, but Seth Rollins is he's my current favorite superstar, right up there with Kevin Owens, but I give Seth Rollins the edge. And I just wanted him to be booked a little bit more strongly. Like, I understand him being the smart, sneaky heel, but he has to have more clean victories, more clean title defenses to at least make him seem legitimate. The fact of the matter is he doesn't seem like a legitimate WWE champion. Now, I'm not saying that he should be the man, that he should overtake Cena. I never thought he would actually reach that peak. I just thought, he'd be a great superstar. I wanted him to be a legit WWE champion, a legit superstar. But I feel like the way they're treating Seth Rollins, the way they're booking him, is he's being booked like a weak champion. He's being booked as, like, for example, on Raw, Neville could have beaten him. I'm sorry. I understand Neville's talented and good, but he just got caught up to the main roster. And you telling me a person who's basically a rookie by WWE standards, like by storyline standards, can come in and basically beat your WWE champion? What is that? How legitimate is your champion? Like, what kind of thing is that? Like, I understand, trying to make Neville look good, but not too good. Seth Rollins he should have a pretty tough match with Neville, but he should, beat him convincing, like still beat him, like, and make it pretty convincing. But it's not. Since he's being booked as a weak champion, you have what you have the last time, you have what you have in Seth Rollins. And it's kind of bringing down this prestige of the WWE title. I mean, up to a certain point before SummerSlam, the US title was actually meant a lot more than the WWE title, and that's the main title. That's the title everybody should be gunning for, and yet it was a US title. Excuse me, it was a US title that seemed more important than the WWE title, and that shouldn't be it. I understand. Once again, I understand the fact that Seth Rollins is supposed to play that smart, sneaky heel, but you can't completely sacrifice that. You can't basically. How do I want to put it? How do I want to put it? Sorry. Um, you just can't sacrifice the fact that he's supposed to play this character to sacrifice. You can't sacrifice his legitimacy as a champion. I guess that's what I was trying to search for. But yeah, you can't sacrifice his legitimacy as a champion for him just to keep on putting out that smart sneaky heel persona. I mean, look at the past heels who have won who have held the WWE championship. Sorry, guys like Triple H. That's a big one. That's Alberto Del Rio. Trying to think of heels. CM Punk during his title. But the list goes on and on. So I really can't. Macho Man when he turned Macho Man Randy Savage, late great Macho Man Randy Savage. I mean, even Stone Cold Steve Austin had a heel run with the championship. But all those guys I just named, they at least had 2 or 3 matches where they actually straight up beat their opposition. They straight up just beat them and proved that they're actually a legitimate champions, that they actually deserve to hold the belt, hold the WWE championship. I just wish Seth Rollins had a few more wins under his belt like that. I understand like the one against Dean Ambrose was the biggest one that he had by himself, and it kind of was convoluted still because they both came down with the title and then they both hit the ground, and then just Seth Rollins was able to just snatch the title away from him. Even when he wins clean, it's still kind of convoluted. Like Seth Rollins needs to have a straight up win. Needs to have a straight up winner by himself. Though it's not coming at Night of Champions. That's but he's going against Sting. But getting off of that, yeah, Seth Rollins I still feel like he still hasn't had a legitimate title win all by himself. He still hasn't. If you actually really think about it, when has Seth Rollins had a title win when it's just by himself? He reminds me of, he's like Miz 2.0. Like, sorry to say that about one of my favorite superstars, but basically he's Miz 2.0. Miz, every single one of his title defenses were by cheating or distraction or something. All his title defenses was like that. And guess what? He wasn't legit. Nobody saw him as a legitimate champion, which is why he suffered after he lost the title. He suffered that long downturn. He's still suffering the downturn. Like he suffered the fall from grace. It's because the fact that he was never booked as a legitimate competitor. But once again, it goes into WWE's whole problem with booking. But I already said that in my first video, and I'm not about to go into that again. I don't feel like going into that again because this video is now about Seth Rollins. Anyway, Seth Rollins is Miz 2.0, and except with he's better in the ring. He has more talent than him. Sorry. Well, Miz is better on the mic, but Seth Rollins is better in the ring. But this is not a comparison video between the Miz and Seth Rollins, though they actually do kind of parallel a little bit, especially with as I said before, the WWE title reigns. But once again, we're getting off that. Seth Rollins is like Miz 2.0, and he is not yet to have a legitimate title win. Hopefully, Seth Rollins can actually hold that title until next year's WrestleMania. WrestleMania 32. That's where me, as a selfish Seth Rollins fan, yes, me being a little bit selfish as a Seth Rollins fan, I want him to hold it that long. Also, it actually would make sense for him to actually drop it at Mania. I can make another video why Seth Rollins should hold the title to Mania. Just let me know in the comment section below if you want to hear my thoughts on that. Yeah, post promotion. Anyway, or just promotion. But anyways, that's just my time. That's my whole thoughts on Seth Rollins' title reign. I believe it hasn't really been legitimate because he hasn't had a legitimate win all by himself. The fact that he's booked too cowardly. I understand being, a smart cowardly heel, but he's being booked too cowardly. Hopefully he can retain at Night of Champions. And once again, as a Seth Rollins fan, I want him to hold that title till Mania next to WrestleMania 32, and hopefully he retains on Night of Champions. Though I do want him to lose the U.S. title. That's just me. But this is the Random Ramel, a hopeful, very hopeful Seth Rollins fan, signing off.